What's up, y'all? Taff here, and today we're going to review the Dandadan Report Card. We're going to take a look at Season 1. I'm going to break it down, and I'll be giving y'all my thoughts and opinions on whether or not Season 1 has Anime of the Year aspirations, a complete flop, or somewhere in between. I ain't gotta say it, y'all already know what to do, so let's get it. Coming off their massive hit Bling Bong Bong Born, the opening song for Season 1 is Otonoke by CreepyNuts, and this song is a banger. Being an artist myself, I can appreciate the quality music from CreepyNuts, and I remember a lot of reposts about this song when it initially came out. And even though I hear similarities between the two songs, I think Otonoke has separated itself and made its own mark on the world. So I swear every time I hear this song, y'all probably in the same boat, but every time I hear this song, I go ballistic. It's such a phenomenal song. In my opinion, the best anime song this season, and this should be nominated for an award this year as far as best anime opening songs go, so I'll look forward to that. The ending song for the season is Tai Dada by Zutomeo, and this song is good. It's a solid song, I like it, but it doesn't want to make me move as much as Otonoke, but it holds its own really well. Now the ending video I like a lot. I thought the ending video was cool, how it showcases Turbo Granny in her cat form, but other than that, I think it's a pretty standard pop song for anime, and it's pretty much it for that. So alright, with that done, let's get to the good stuff. So you have to take Dandadan animation with a grain of salt because it's not a battle shonen, so don't expect god tier levels of animation like JJK or Solo Leveling, but I will say the animation in general was very well done. The action scenes were better than I expected, and they were definitely in the bag with episode 7 to a Kind of World. I guarantee you that's where all the budget went. And honestly, in my opinion, that was one of the best single episodes of any anime all year long. I thought the color palettes in Dandadan were very tasteful. The animation was smooth, and overall, I was really impressed with the work Science Sorrow did with Dandadan. I'm not too familiar with them, but from what I've seen from Dandadan, I might check out some of the other works they have. And if you guys remember episode 4 when they were running from Turbo Granny throughout the city, the animation there was super fluid, super clean, and they did a great job of not letting the background elements interfere with Momo and Okarun, so it did it very well. Again, I thought that the 2D and 3D animations were blended really well together, so it didn't distract from, the main point of what was going on in the story, so huge shout out to Science Saru. The story for this season was very unique and niche, right? We're talking about UAPs, ghosts, aliens, supernatural creatures, which you don't see much in mainstream anime media today. And the other thing that stood out to me in a positive way was the story was focused primarily on Momo and Okarun and their journey / relationship together, which means they were able to build a relationship with the viewers because it wasn't like 6, 7, 11, 20 characters taking up screen time, and I appreciate it. And it made me connect with Momo and Okarun a lot more because we got so much more screen time with them. And the main storylines this season, they're pretty much Okarun trying to get his balls back and them avoiding alien abductions in a nutshell. And another thing to note is that the main protagonist technically is Momo, I believe. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong about that, but I believe it's Momo, a female character, which is different, right? And then Okarun falls into the standard anime trope of a guy being shy, soft, sensitive, and defending her pride or honor when he has to. It's only a small thing I noticed about the story, but Momo being the protagonist is amazing, and she does a really good job of carrying the story along when there's things, I guess, that are not so canon about it. So arguably the most important area of critique in any anime is pacing, and I thought this season's pacing was done very well. For the most part, there was always something interesting going on in each episode, and even if it was like quote unquote not canon, there was always great banter between the cast. And out of all the episodes, I never felt like Dandadan was fighting for my attention or that I was struggling to keep interest. It was a very easy watch. The slow moments didn't drag on too much, which is really good. And even if it did, the personalities of the cast, for instance Momo, made sure that it kept some level of interest in that episode. So again, pacing was done very well. Even the ending scenes had a little bit of pop to it. For instance, Episode 2, where Okarun turns into Turbo Granny in front of Momo lying on the floor. Like, that made me anticipate next week's episode, which is really good. The characters in Dandadan have good personalities, but I think even better character designs. So Yukinobu Tatsu, the creator of Dandadan, said in an interview that he put an insane amount of time and effort and love into creating Momo, and it definitely shows. I love how Momo has different sides to her. She's a very complex character, whether she's being happy, depressed, in love, or acting a damn fool. She is clearly the standout character of the show, there's no question. I love her hairstyle, her outfit, her facial expressions, like literally everything about her. She's just perfect, and yes, I'm a Momo simp, I get it. With Okarun, I'm more intrigued with his design than his personality per se. He has a very unique and simplistic design with his spectacles and curly-ish hair, and it's something you don't really see in modern day anime right now. But he has some edge to him too, which is refreshing. So he's not like a total punk. And Seiko's really cool too. I mean, having a grandma that's active in the anime is kind of unique and cool. So really enjoyed her personality and contributions to the series. Phenomenal cast. Again, there's not too many characters who take up screen time outside of the main ones, and that's a plus in my opinion. I would say for sure, Dandadan has had a huge impact on the culture. From the opening song to Kojima's tweets, possibility of being nominated for Anime of the Year, it being on multiple streaming services, its unique plot line, yeah, I would say without a doubt, Dandadan has had a huge impact. And I wouldn't be surprised if more people / media outlets start to cover more Dandadan, which would then push the popularity even further for next season in July. And actually remember now, Dandadan was a part of that huge Netflix leak like 4 months ago, where like I think it was like Arcane, Dandadan, a couple others got leaked, which that probably even added more awareness to the anime to people who didn't know about it in the first place, but I could be wrong about that. The report card's in. Let's see how Dandadan did in its first semester. So, the opening song, without a doubt, that's an A+. There's no argument there. Phenomenal song, probably the best opening song of the year so far. The ending song is good. I gave it a B. I think the video for me is a B+, and the song itself is probably a C+, B-. So I gave it the benefit of the doubt, and I gave it a B. The animation was very well done. Very well done. Really excited about the direction they went, and Science already did a phenomenal job. The action scenes were nice. The color palettes were beautiful. They even had some movie type animation in episode 7. It's what it felt like to me, kind of like those One Piece episodes that look really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the animation an A-. I think that is the best that a non-battle shonen can do. Under normal circumstances, this would probably be an A+, but I think just because it's a comedy, supernatural, action type anime, I think the best it could do is probably be an A-. The story is really good. I think there's a lot of unique storylines, plots, and themes within each of the individual episodes that tie into the bigger picture. I think the writing for the characters were done really well. And most importantly, I feel like they did not overcomplicate the story or throw too much stuff at you to the point where you don't know what's going on. The story is very, very easy to follow along with. And to me, that's a huge plus. So for that, I'm going to give this story an A. A solid A. I think it's one of the best stories out this year for any anime. And I read the manga, but for the anime, I still can't wait for season 2. This anime always has something going on every episode, whether it's Momo and Okarun's relationship, them chasing some balls, Ira's plot points, Seiko's plot points, Turbo Granny, them going to school. There's always something going on, so you don't lose interest in this anime at all in any episodes. The pacing is phenomenal. This is clearly an A. The characters in Dandadan are so amazing. Whether it's Momo with their amazing personality, Okarun with his glow up, and even Ira, when we first met her in the beginning, she changed a lot too, if you guys remember. Seiko's really cool as well, seeing a grandma that's, fit and all that stuff. I'm gonna give characters an A-. I think it's a solid grade. They don't have a lot of characters. Maybe if they had a lot more cool characters, I'd give it an A. But with the cast we have here, I think A- is the right grade for this. For impact, I'm gonna give Dandadan a B+. I think between all the stuff I mentioned earlier with the tweets and the Netflix leaks, Dandadan's gonna be blowing up, right? This is just the start of it. There's a lot of rumors going around that Dandadan is a part of the big three or the new big three coming out. That's probably true, to be honest with you. I think Dandadan is one of the best mangas out right now. So as far as impact, yeah, I think B+ is a solid score for it. And the final grade. So Dandadan season 1, the final grade that I'm giving it is going to be an A-, which is really good. A-. Phenomenal score. I think this is one of the best animes this season. It better be nominated for Anime of the Year. I don't think it will win because there's another anime that I think is the best this year, but I want to see it just get the nod to show the respect and appreciation for Dandadan this year. And with that, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll catch y'all later. Tab out.